Yeah, hi there. These comments are for AM, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at STELT, the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. And I just read your independent writing practice test number 28, and you're also one of my students here at California State University, San Bernardino. All right, so let's take a look at your essays. So, there's kind of good and bad here. I'll give you the good news. The good news is you have a good understanding of how to organize your ideas. The bad news is you have a lot of grammar and vocabulary problems that are getting in the way. Right? So I'm going to give you some ideas. You might want to, right underneath this YouTube video, I have posted your essay in the description box. And I would encourage you to click on that and read the essay as I read it with you, right? So I'm going to give you some suggestions in each paragraph that I think will help you improve your readability, which means it'll make it easier for readers to understand what you're saying. So with your thesis, you say, I oppose this plan because, I wouldn't say it has many reasons, just say, I oppose this plan because it will cause more traffic, more noise, and an increase in crime. That's exactly what I would say there. So more traffic, more noise, and then an increase in crime. So then when you get to the next one, the second paragraph, see the first reason, instead of building, I wouldn't say that either. I'd say the first reason against building a new movie theater is the traffic. Then you said when they building their... that grammar doesn't work. How about this? You might say, when the construction workers build the theater, comma, there will be more traffic, comma, hence making it difficult to park our cars. That's how I would rewrite the first two lines. Then the next paragraph said, because there are many people, in this case I would say coming, because there are many people coming to the movie theater, oh, you have a fragment there, so you have to maybe connect that with how about the next sentence? Say, because many people will come to the new movie theater, comma, when I have a party, comma, my friends will not be able to find parking. Maybe period. Then say, they may have to search for parking a couple of hours away from my home. Then you say, this mean this plan. No, I would say, this means this plan will be a big problem in our neighborhood. So in that, just that final sentence, you say, this mean this plan it. You have, what is this? You have at least 3 different subjects in the one sentence. And that's not going to work at all because a sentence needs to have one subject and one verb. So what if you said this? Like I just said a minute ago, this means that this plan will be a big problem in our neighborhood. So if you say that or which, then you can get away with the grammar you're using. So sometimes you're having some problems connecting different ideas together. Now, in the next paragraph, you might say this. The second reason against building the theater is the noise that will be created from it. Then you might want to say, for example, you might want to say many people, not are spend, just say many people spend time at the theater with their friends, comma, especially on the holidays or on the weekend. Then say maybe instead of so, you might say therefore it will cause more noise from us. But you're not really explaining why it's going to cause more noise. So right after weekend, you might say many people maybe will spend time in this place with their friends, especially on the holidays or on the weekend. And then say, for example, they may be driving their motorcycles to the movie theater. They might drive their trucks and their cars to the movie theater. And their engines will be generating a lot of noise. Even their tires will generate a lot of noise on the road. And once they walk up to the theater and then they leave the theater, they will be talking and laughing and making all kinds of loud noise. So you need to develop that paragraph a little bit more as exactly why you think the noise would be higher because the theater is located close to your place, right? Let's go to the next paragraph. You say the final reason, I would say against. Use the word against here. The final reason against building the theater is an increase in crime. You say when missing the security, we will be missing our life. Missing the security, that's not really how we would explain that idea. Here, hold on one second, I'll be right back. Yeah, come on in. So I would probably say there, instead of when missing the security, just say the theater could cause an increase in crime, which is why maybe building the theater is not a good idea. So you might rewrite it that way. Then the next one we have, because we can't feel comfortable in our neighborhood, chance of theft will be easier. You say when someone travels, they may miss their stuff. You say staff. I know you mean stuff, but even stuff is not a college level word. What if you said this? What if you said, well, because of a lot of the people going to the theater, they will be parking their cars outside, and thieves may break into the cars and steal the stereos, iPads, and other types of electronic type equipment. So you have to be a little more specific with that, exactly what you think will be lost as a result of people breaking into the homes. Then you have at the very end, you say in concoction. I think what you want to say here is in conclusion. So that's a word choice issue you want to be careful about. You want to say the neighborhood is part of our life. I would say here, part of our life that we should protect, not when we should protect it. So maybe use the word that or which there as opposed to when. And then say that is why I oppose the plan. Because it will cause more traffic, more noise, and an increase in crime, right? Okay, anyway, so based on your score here, I think with this particular essay, there's a couple of things I think that might benefit you. First of all, I think you got to work a little bit more on the vocabulary and the grammar, because you kind of know what you want to say in your mind, but you're not able to express it because of the vocabulary limitation. So I would suggest take a look at my vocabulary lesson number 3. That is a great lesson. It's going to help you, give you a lot of good vocabulary. You will be able to more fully express your ideas. Now, another thing that I think that would be important for you is the grammar lesson number 7, and that will give you a lot of writing and editing type practice. That can help you minimize a lot of the errors you're making right now in your writing. So I think that's important. And then one more lesson I think that would be beneficial for you is the writing lesson number 8. That will cover 4 different techniques to make your writing more coherent. So that's another thing that I would recommend there. All right, so your score here, I'm going to put you at about 2.0 out of 5. That's going to put you at about 14 points out of 30 on this particular practice test. And with this one, in terms of our class, that's going to put you at 64 points. I changed your grade to 70, by the way. I made a mistake. So that's going to put you at about 64 points out of 100 on that. All right, anyway, thank you very much for completing the writing practice test. And now what you can do is make some adjustments by reviewing some of these lessons. I'd also recommend maybe taking 3 or 4 different writing practice tests before you do the final exam. That can help you make a few more adjustments. You can get some feedback. And I think you can do better than this, right? Definitely. So maybe your goal when you do the next one is to try to score closer to maybe 3. If you got 1 point higher on the final exam, that would definitely be some good improvement. All right, thank you.